Hello, everybody, and welcome to one more Learn French with Nazrina online tutorial. Tutorial designed to help students learning French as a foreign language and to help them with their grammar. Okay, so today we are going to be seeing or learning about the contraction of the article. Okay, la contraction de l'article, like how they say in French, la contraction de l'article. Okay, so what we're going to be talking here is how the article is going to get contracted when in conjunction with the, okay, the meaning of, or with a meaning to. Okay, now before we go on and about as to how the article contracts, let's do a quick recap of what the definite article is, right? It's always good to do a bit of brush up before we march forward. So what is the definite article? Does anybody remember? The definite article in French was either le, la or les. So le, la, les, right? And each of this le, la or les, what did they mean? They meant the word the, right? They meant the word the. Le was for masculine singular, like if I have to say le garçon, the boy, so that's a masculine singular. And then I use la fille, fille is what? Feminine singular, so the girl, la fille. And then if I have to say the students, I'm going to be saying les étudiants, because students is plural, so I'm using les. And les is either used for masculine or feminine plural. So if I have to say the men, it's les hommes, and if it's the girls, is les filles, right? So masculine singular, feminine singular, and then what? Masculine or feminine plural. And in addition, we also had the what? The le apostrophe. Remember, what was that le apostrophe? Le apostrophe was used whenever the noun began with a vowel or with h mute, right? Sorry, I should have included this here. I'm just going to put this here. Whoops. Le. Okay. So le was used for what? For nouns that were beginning with either a vowel or with h mute. Remember, singular nouns. So it was, if I have to say the man, it was what? L'homme, right? I used to say l'homme. Or if I have to say the bird, the noun for bird, I mean the French word for bird is what? Oiseau, right? So oiseau begins with O and O is a vowel. So I would be using l'oiseau, l'oiseau, okay? But if it's the birds, then once again I'll be using les oiseaux, right? Because it's a plural. So this les is basically used for what? Masculine or single or feminine plural, as well as for all those masculine or feminine nouns, whether they begin with a vowel or a h mute. Okay, so I hope this is a quick recap. Actually, we did it a bit in detail, but it's I always feel it's good to have a quick brush up before we go on to the next lesson, right? So remember, the le, la, les or the le all denote for the, right? So let's now see how we are going to be using this in conjunction with the, this one, the, okay? Now, the in French means, it means of, but it indicates possession. So how do I explain this? If I am going to say the girl's father, or let's say the man's shirt. So in English, we just what? Add what, an apostrophe s, right? The man's shirt or the girl's father and so on. But in French, we say it like a bit of an inverse way. So if I have to say the man's shirt, I have to say it as the shirt of the man. If I have to say the girl's father, it's going to be the father of the girl. Okay? If I have, that is, if using the definite article and the way it's contracted. So all this would be more clearer when I give you examples. At this point, it's going to be sounding like all gibberish and what is Nazrina talking about kind of a phase. So I promise you, once I give you more examples, you guys will be able to understand and totally relate to what I'm talking to. All right. So Now, once again, like in every aspect of French grammar, what happens? The contraction of the article also has to agree with the number and gender. It has to agree with the number and the gender, which meaning it has to agree whether the noun is a masculine or a feminine noun, or if it's a plural or a singular noun. Okay, so this, as you guys must be probably realizing by now, every noun is a masculine or a feminine, or a masculine or a feminine plural, or a masculine or a feminine singular, and in that you also have those that begin with that H mute thing, right? Alright, so just some few moments ago I said that if you have to say possession, like if I have to say the girl's father, we say the father of the girl. You all must have seen the English movie The Father of the Bride, right? So basically, instead of saying the bride's father, it was the father of the bride, right? So so you can say that in French, every single how do you say sentence that denotes possession has to have the of the in it. All right, so let's get started. Yeah, so if I'm going to say for like the father of the bride or the shirt of the boy, it is always of the, right? There is the word of the. Like I'm just going to be scribbling. You know what? I'm going to be probably keeping this screen here and opening a blank worksheet. Let's get rid of all these grid lines and make it more prettier. Okay, so then I'm going to zoom this to, let's say, font size 48. So if I have to say the, let's say the book of the boy, so as you can see, I always have to use this word, right, of the. Oops, where did it go? I always have to say the words of the, right? So of, so the meaning of, okay, the means of, and then you have the definite article over here of the, I mean the meaning the definite article. So this is the, if I have to do it more properly, that is. So as you can see, this is that the, right, the meaning of, and then you have the definite article here of the, right? So in this, in an example of a sentence like this is when we are going to be contracting the definite article. All right, so let's begin. Oops, what's going on? Okay, so I'm just going to get rid of this screen over here, minimize it and maximize this. Okay, so if you are going to use this of and the in, let's say, a masculine singular, that is le, so the plus le becomes do. Okay, so the plus le, which is used for a what? A masculine singular noun, becomes do. So this do basically means of the. See, of the, of the meaning of, and la, la, whatever meaning the. So if you're going to combine the plus la together, this word becomes do. So this word over here, do, that you see actually means of the, and we have to understand that this relates to what? A masculine singular, because this is basically a shortened form. It's not shortened, I mean the contracted form of the and la. Then if you're going to use the and la, when is la used? For feminine singular, right? So at that time you're going to be using the la, the la. And then if you have a masculine or a singular or a feminine noun beginning with that with a vowel or a H mute, then the, and if you're going to be using that la apostrophe, right, for a vowel or an H muted noun, it contracts to the la. And then the plus le, which is used for what? Masculine or feminine plural. When you use it together, it becomes they. Okay. I'm going to be starting some examples, so hopefully this would be a bit more clearer. So let's go back and split our screens. Just for ease, I have made the, the every noun beginning with the every noun that's masculine in blue color and every noun that is feminine in pink. All right, just for our ease. Okay, so let's look at the first one. So basically it means dash, cover, dash, book. So I want to say the cover of the book. So couverture, I've marked, had this formatted in pink color. So couverture is a feminine singular, right? How do you know it's a feminine singular now? It doesn't have an S at the end, does it? There's no S at the end over here. So it's a feminine singular. So if I have to say the cover of the book, book is masculine. That's why I have written it in blue font or marked it in blue font. So what am I going to write here? La couverture. Now of the. So it is the le, right? But can we use the le livre? No, we can't. Remember, the article contracts. The plus le equals what? Do. So I have to use delete du livre. La couverture du livre. Does it make sense now? So the cover of the book. Next example. Dash mouchoir dash fille. Basically this word means, this sentence means the handkerchief, and I want to say of the girl. Handkerchief is what? Denoted in blue font. So it means what? Masculine singular. What do we put here? Le. Le mouchoir. Now I have to say of the girl. What do I say? Of and the la. But can I use the la fille? No, I can't. Because if the is used with la, it has to be put together as the la. So this remains the same. See, the la fille. It's only if it is the and le that contract and become do. But the plus la remains the same, right? The la. So let's look at the third example. The notebook dash of the boy. So the notebook. Notebook is what? Masculine. Le cahier. And I have to say of the boy. Can I use what? Of the, no? So shall I use the le garçon? Oh, I touched something. Ah. Okay. So can I use the le? Can I? Let's look at this little cheat sheet over here. The plus la remained the la. But does the plus le remain the le? No, it became do. So I have to use do. I hope you guys are understanding. The plus la masculine singular becomes do. The plus la feminine singular is the la. So please note that the plus la remains the same, the la. Okay. Let's go to the fourth example. Now you can't see the next the sentence in full. I'm just going to be scrolling like this. So it says dash path dash petit chat. Okay, the paw of the little cat. Now, okay, so paw is in pink, la patte is in pink, and petit chat, I have written in blue font, so which means what? It is a masculine singular. So let's see what we are going to write here. This is pretty easy, right? La patte, because it's a feminine singular. Now petit chat of the little cat. What do we use again? Am I going to be putting the le petit chat because it's a masculine? No. Because why? Because the plus le is do. So what should I use here? I should put, delete. I should put do. Right? Because the plus la is what? Do, right? It's the plus la which remains the la. The plus la is do. Move on to the next one. Dash robe dash grosse femme. So the dress of the fat lady. Right? That's what I want to say here. Robe is what? Feminine singular. So I'm going to be using la robe. Do what? What shall I say? Grosse femme. Fat lady. Lady is what? Feminine, right? So can I use the la? Can I? Can I? Let's look at this chart. The plus la is the la. Yes, I can use this word, the la grosse femme. The next example. The pens of the men. Stilo, masculine plural. There's an S and there's an S. Both are masculine plural. What do I do? Lay. And what do I put here? Of the. Why is it behaving like this? Can I put the lays of the men? The plus lays. What is it? Is they, right? So I can't use this word. It has to be they. Did you guys get why I use they over here? Les stilo, des hommes. Why did I use they? Because it is the plus les, right? So I use des hommes. Next example, the ribbons of the girls. Ribbons, masculine plural, pretty easy. Les, right? Whether it's feminine or masculine plural, we use les. Girls, plural. Once again, what do we put? Shall we put the les? Can we put their les rather? No, the plus les is they, right? So, get rid of this. Ow, what did I do? Get rid of this, tuck, and put theys. The next one, la soulier of the man, the what? The boot of the man. Or the shoes of the shoe of the man. But this is actually what? Masculine singular. It's actually the shoe, sorry, soulier. You can, it's used basically interchangeably here and there. I've seen a lot of people use soulier for boots as well, but in actual translation, soulier actually means shoe. Okay, both means boots. Anyway, so soulier without an S, so basically the shoe of the man. So what is it? Le soulier of the. What? Shall I put the le? Shall I put the le home? No, it has to be du, you will say, because the plus le is du. But wait a minute. This one, what does this begin with? What does begin with? Begins with H, and that too it's a H mute. So can I put dom or du home? No. Remember the rule for H mute? What do we use? We use the la, right? So over here I will have to use what? The l'homme. Le soulier de l'homme, the shoe of the man. I hope you understand this. Why did I use the and L apostrophe? Because this noun over here begins with H mute. And for H mute, what do? We use the L apostrophe, right? So that we use the L apostrophe, right? So that's why I use the L, okay? That's why I use the and the L apostrophe. If it was garçon, then we would have used du, because garçon doesn't begin with a vowel or a H mute, right? And why we use des homme over here? Because it is a masculine plural and we don't care whether it begins with a H mute or doesn't begin with an H mute. Hope it's clear. Okay, second last example, I guess. The dash cravat dash gros somme, the tie of the fat man. Cravat denoted in pink, so what? Feminine, la cravate, and la cravate of the fat man. Now this is an interesting thing. Yes, we all saw it begins with H mute, but there's an adjective in before that, right? So we can just put do, meaning of the. Instead of putting the l, I truly apologize for this. My computer, it just keeps, I don't know why, it has a mind of its own. Like I told you, it has a mind of its own. So instead of using the l gross home, the l, and this one, although om begins with a h mute, right, there is an adjective before it. So we are going to be putting as du gross home. Du gross home. Is it understood? Why didn't we put the l over here? We put the l here and we just put du. We put the l here because this l directly precedes the noun beginning with a h mute. Whereas in this case, there is an adjective before that noun, the same noun. So we use du. Last one, the bags of the students, les sacs des étudiants. Les sacs des étudiants. The books of the student. Why did we put des étudiants? Yes, it's a noun. It begins with a vowel, and why didn't we put something else? That's because it's a plural form. See this s in the end. So whether it's a masculine or a feminine plural, whether or not it begins with a vowel or h mute, we always put they, right? The plus lay become they. I hope this example is clear and helps you overcome the bit of doubts associated with the contraction of the article. And I think I did make a little mistake in the beginning when I said the plus la becomes the la, like a big thing. But the plus la, yeah, it does become the la, but basically it remains the same, right? But I've covered this in all the examples, saying that the plus la remains the same, right? It's only the plus la that becomes du, and then the plus la is, yeah, the la. The plus l apostrophe is the, and that l apostrophe thing, and then the plus lay becomes days, used either for masculine or feminine plural, whether or not they begin with a vowel or h mute. And that is the only reason why we use it. Maybe I should just go over this example once more. Hopefully it will help alleviate some of the doubts, because I do understand that learning a new language, especially if it's totally foreign to us, can be kind of intimidating to a lot of students. It definitely was intimidating to me many years ago. So this word over here, the shoe of the man, this noun, right, begins with what? H, and it's an H mute. So instead of putting the l, people, you might argue, why didn't I put du, right? But if you look at the cheat sheet there that I had, whoops, if you have to put the and then l apostrophe, because this is a masculine noun, you have to use the l. Many of the students of my students, what I have seen is, oh, le soulier om. Om begins with a h mute. So of, and then they put the like this. I mean, they know that it has to be this, and afterwards they are like, oh, the lom. Maybe the la om, maybe I should put do, and then they end up giving their papers like this. Le solier dom, or some of them have submitted their papers putting dom. Le soulier dom. So this is a big mistake, and remember, never do this. When you have to use le apostrophe, the contracted article always becomes the le. Okay. So it has to be the lom. But when the same noun is preceded with an adjective, you do not use the l. You don't say the l grossum. You never ever say the l anyways, because the plus l becomes du, right? And if you and then I see many students get confused and then say, oh, om begins with a vowel, so probably I should use the gross om. But does it make sense? It does. I mean, maybe as a student you might think that, yeah, you know what, om begins with a h mute, so I have to put this l. But remember, this apostrophe is only used before a vowel, and grow, which precedes this noun, is not a vowel or a h mute. So in this case we have to use the normal form. Normal form meaning, instead of using the and la, what did we use? We used do, right? So we have to put do gross form. So in this case, le soulier de l'homme, the L apostrophe, and here la cravate du gross form. I hope this kind of explains why we use different ways of the contracted article. The reason is pretty simple. Apostrophe always is used when before a noun or word beginning with a vowel or h mute. This case there was this first word that follows this do or whatever comes after this blank is not a vowel or a h mute. It's grow, no, g. So that's why we use do. I hope this is clear for you. In my next lesson, I'm going to be talking once again about the contraction of the definite article and how we use it with a. Okay, I hope this is clear for you, and in case you guys have any doubts or any questions, and please reach out to me. You can comment, you can write to me. I'm on Facebook. It's basically my name is there as well. I have created groups there. So please reach out to me, and if you feel that you have liked this video and you want to share it with somebody who's also learning French, please share it, and please subscribe to my videos. Thank you.